Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back. My name is Travis. Thank you for tuning in today. I want to start the stream by saying thank you, God, for allowing me to stream another day. Hopefully, it'll bring some joy, entertainment into your life, something like that. Maybe make your day just that much better. But I want to say thank you everyone for tuning in. I got some Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain loaded up and ready to go. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Connected to onboard computer. Welcome to the Aerial Command Center.
An issue the other day with my PC after the last stream, so kind of picking up from where that left off. The great thing about it is that it didn't actually do any story or anything like that, so if you missed that, didn't really miss out on anything. So. Let me see, let's check out where we're at.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Mission not accepted. Mission accepted.
Gotta change.
Prepare
I gotta
for
get a chance
sorting.
to change. Do this real quick. Okay, now I'll go back to the other one and then do that one. And okay, I don't care about this. Huh. Okay.
Please select a mission.
Right.
Mission accepted.
This mission going.
Disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network. Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy its comms equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility. Be careful down there, boss.
Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Talk.
The map has been updated.
Spit it out. Where are the others? Speak.
The map has been
Spit it out.
updated.
Where are your friends?
Guard post captured. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Get up here on this cliff, go around, we can actually scope everything out.
Enemy presence
You're not down
detected.
who and
The
what's
map
going.
has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
He's up there. I'm gonna try from checkpoint. I'm sure I got to have one at the last outpost. I'm gonna see if I can get this done fairly stealthily without not needing anything but a little bit of time and patience, which I already don't have very much of.
Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy the target equipment. Its location is on your iDroid.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
I'm sure I should have looked a little harder last time. Wouldn't it take 2 seconds?
You have arrived. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
You made it. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
The map has been
That
updated.
antenna is one of the targets. There should be more. Keep looking.
The map has been updated.
That's another one of the targets. Do you see any more? A gun camera. If it spots you, it'll give you a lead hello.
Fucking gun camera? Okay, that's new.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Literally combat tactical running all the way around.
Analysis complete.
Это просто мое воображение. Ничего нет.
Talk. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
там? КП это Дмитрий 6. Тут что-то есть. Что делать? Прием.
Это КП, понял. Усилить безопасность. Повышенная боевая готовность. Конец связи.
Speak. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Good. That's the first one. Destroy the remaining antennas.
Дмитрий 1. Где атаковали? Мы не видно врага. Прием. Это КП, понял. Будьте начеку. Выгрузите врага. Конец связи.
Nice. That's the second one. That wasn't the last of them, though. Keep going. Good work. You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated.
We can't let them follow you. Throw off the enemies on your tail first. All right. The coast is clear. Mission complete.
Extraction arrived at Motorbase. Development project has been added.
Mission
Made it
complete.
without getting caught.
Great work.
Almost. Shit, I still got an S. Nice.
Side ops list updated. Please select a landing. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Roger that chopper request. It's headed your way now.
Development project has been added. Please select a mission.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Opening door. Gaining altitude.
Buddy departing area of operations.
Departing.
Please specify a project. Please select staff.
Glad I remembered you could group these folks by skills so that way I could just get rid of the ones that cause trouble. Doom Hippo is Doom Get it.
Select unit. Staff dismissed.
The Doom Hippo has been dealt with.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Prepare for sortie.
Never done all that, but I might need to do better with this.
Please select a landing zone.
Let's do that. And then I can drive around there and listen to that.
Heading to Mother Base.
Again. You see that in the movies? That's an automatic. Don't bother trying to dampen the recoil. You do that with a revolver. We Diamond Dogs are now a force to be reckoned with. We've got the world's attention. We're not some tribal militia, so don't act like one. You will learn how a real soldier fights. You will forget everything Hollywood taught you. And if I catch you doing something else, you'll know it. Engravings give you no tactical advantage whatsoever. There was some fancy shooting. Pretty good.
That was pretty cool finally getting to see that. Now, how many damn big bosses watching you folks do you need in the same area? Did you just order too many and then you're like, well, we gotta use them something? Astrid took to that one and it's still bumping out a little.
Marker placed.
That's pretty good.
Welcome home, boss.
Yeah, for the boss you get a damn challenge. Oh, yeah. Temporary challenge. Whenever we were actually supposed to get like our room in here at another base at some point in development. I never actually listened to a lot of these before in
It
previous
wasn't just
playthroughs.
Cypher. Back in the Caribbean, every eye in the world was turned on us. A private army. Just a bunch of guys with guns in possession of a nuke? Why wouldn't they be uncomfortable?
And that's why you made sure the inspection happened.
Well, I thought our best move was to prove to the UN through the IAEA that we had no nuke. Of course, I was against us having it in the first place, but that was Snake's decision.
The boss wasn't responsible.
Well, don't get me wrong, I still believed in Snake. I thought I was making the best decision for all of us, that's all. I figured we should get a third party to exonerate us before proof of the nuke did get out. And who better to do that than an organization with international authority?
So the truth is, you took it upon yourself to agree to an inspection arranged by the UN. Only the inspection was a ruse, and Cypher's strike force, XOF, showed up instead.
I had no idea that would happen.
Enough bullshit.
Oh, sure, like I could have known. You know, I was just trying to prove our innocence to the world. What's wrong with that?
We're not interested in the excuses you thought up. The truth is objective.
Just see it from my point of view.
You led XOF to the control tower. They seized it, giving them complete control over the base. Moments later, they detonated C4 on the strut legs. Anyone who'd managed to survive was hunted down by the assault force and their choppers.
You can't believe I did that on purpose.
That was the end of Mother Base. But it wasn't the end for you.
How can you... Look, think about it. I lost something too. I built Zeke and it got buried underwater. I am a victim.
That raises the big questions. Why were you the only one spared? You got away without a scratch. Why did Strangelove leave the base on the eve of the inspection? You two were close.
Strangelove?
And how did you manage to build something that surpasses Zeke in every way? Because you did everything they told you. You're the only one who didn't lose a thing. That is the truth.
I was taken away against my will. Skullface forced me to do his research these past 9 years. He used me. I lost 9 years.
9 years. We all lost 9 years. It wasn't just you.
I suppose blaming me makes you feel better, does it? But who's gonna give me back all the time I lost?
You're not getting anything back.
You're not a victim here, Emmerich. You're the perpetrator.
I didn't know anything.
Nobody can back that up.
Yeah, all the evidence is at the bottom of the ocean.
Just let us know.
You know the hardest man to break. The type who's fooling himself. That takes time. It's easier to live a convenient lie than a painful truth. Is that the peace you've chosen, Doc?
I'm not lying.
Of course. Just let me check.
Glad I got away from that before I got too close to the copyrighted music.
Oh, Snake!
Figured we might as well visit pause while
What
we
is
read
it,
through.
Snake? Oh, his Nuke? He is so cute. I haven't seen him around lately. Where did he get to? He is the official mascot of Mother Base, so he should show his face a little more. Want to know a secret? I saw Miller feeding Nuke when no one was looking. Meow meow. Come here. Come here, kitty kitty. Come here. Nuke? Nuke! My head. It hurts. Snake.
You know the hardest man to break. The type who... It's easier painful truth. Is that the...
I'm not...
Of course. Just let me check one or two things. On that day, you were in the control tower with them. Lucky you. That's how you got out unscathed. And you escaped on one of their choppers. Only you, right before the base went under.
They had me blindfolded the whole time. I've never been so scared. The whole flight, I thought they'd kill me. But thinking of you kept me going. My comrades, all the way.
And?
There was a plane journey, and then we traveled by road. When they finally took off the blindfold, I was in kind of a warehouse, on the floor. Afghanistan, it was that research lab. I couldn't believe they'd taken me halfway around the world. And soon enough...
Roger, dispatching chopper.
Skullface.
He's the one who's really behind that mother base attack. He forced me into that research.
What kind of research?
He told me to build a bipedal walking tank for the Soviet Union. Like Peace Walker. A system that could fire an ICBM-class nuclear weapon. That's how the Sahelanthropus project got started.
Sahelanthropus.
Those AI weapons I'd made in Costa Rica were like toys by comparison. A whole world apart from reptilian four-legged crawling and that ridiculous hunched-over bipedal waddling. My design evolved to the dawn of mankind. Sahelanthropus, the first steps towards humanity. An upright bipedal weapon system. Originally, Sahelanthropus was going to be a manned weapons platform. I designed a cockpit in its head, and I planned to fill it with water as a buffering agent.
Like how Paz modified Zeke for human control.
Don't compare me to some amateur.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan. Prepare for sortie.
Quiet.
Find and extract the missing CIA agent. The target was laying low with the friendly Mujahideen during the vocal cord parasites incident. The man headed back to OKB-0 after the Soviets recaptured it. Check the target's VI on your iDroid.
Please select a deployment point.
Originally, Sahelanthropus was going to... You remember the reptile pod?
The AI that controlled your unmanned weapons.
Attaching it externally makes it vulnerable, so this time I wanted it beneath the armor. Meaning I had to make the AI smaller. I got it down to less than a tenth the size without any loss in computation speed. But it was still too big for the cockpit. There wasn't enough room for the pilot. If I made the head bigger, its body would have to be bigger to support it. Too big to be practical. In the end, human piloting was taken off the table. I tested a remote control system too, but there was the time lag and I wasn't satisfied with its precision either. Plus, it would be useless if the enemy jammed it. So next, I went back to trying an AI-only system. To do that, I had the AI pods recovered from Nicaragua. This was a hybrid AI, a combination of Peace Walker's reptile and mammal pods. The only AIs that had ever successfully operated an unmanned nuclear weapon system.
Really? You'd need some help to get that working. Expert help.
Did you work with someone?
I worked alone.
You did that yourself.
That's the thing. The AI didn't pan out in the end either. But I did finally get Sahelanthropus walking by folding over its upper body to lower its center of gravity. The first upright bipedal locomotive weapon system in the history of mankind. I guess technically it falls into the anthropoid ape category.
I don't see the benefit of having it stand taller.
On terrain with significant differences in elevation like Afghanistan, you need a body that's vertically adaptable. That also lets it attack from long range while using mountain ridges for cover. So, making it walk upright was the most important factor in giving it superior height capability. As the name suggests, that was the whole point of Sahelanthropus. But I was being pushed for results. Having the AI mounted externally would have been the fastest way to get it working. I just needed more data so it could maintain its balance. But Skullface refused to wait. He dismissed the idea of AI control and took Sahelanthropus away from me before I could finish it.
But it was walking when it came after you.
That's just it. I don't understand how Skullface got it to move upright, without a pilot or an AI. And walking at that speed, too. It's beyond anything I could have imagined. This is like the Wright brothers making it to the moon. I'm just as clueless as you are.
So this Sahelanthropus, where is it now?
I have no idea. All my experiments took place at that cave. I've never seen it anywhere else. Besides, it's still just an incomplete prototype at this point, and nothing but a paper tiger. Even if it can walk, it's far from being a viable weapons platform. It wouldn't be useful in actual battle.
Emmerich will remain here at Mother Base for now, but not as a member of Diamond Dogs. I still don't trust him. That work for you?
Fine by me. He can't be allowed any contact with staff either.
Yeah. A lot of the guys would love some payback for 9 years ago. We still need him alive. But we have to restrict his movements. He can only go where we tell him. And of course, the interrogations will continue. He worked for that skull bastard for nearly a decade. He still has more to tell us.
How long are we gonna press him?
If our investigation shows he really had nothing to do with the attack, we'll reconsider his place here. But I don't expect that to happen. Remember that water tank-shaped object in Emmerich's lab in the Soviet base camp? The thing that started talking to you like a possessed answering machine. That was a pod built for housing the AI used to control unmanned weapons. You remember, back in '74 in Costa Rica. It was in those machines you fought there. They were designated Pupa, Chrysalis, Cocoon, and Basilisk, and each of them was fitted with an AI unit called a reptile pod. Emmerich created it. It mainly handled the machine's posture control and autonomous behavior. But the Basilisk, aka Peace Walker, also featured a second AI pod. That one was called the Mammal Pod, and it was created by Dr. Strangelove. She tried to recreate the boss's personality through the Mammal Pod, but you pulled out its memory boards. That's when it transferred its own functions to its reptile pod. Just like a human brain compensating for damage by using the remaining healthy parts. The result was a unique entity, a hybrid of the reptile and the mammal. It sank to the bottom of Lake Nicaragua with Peace Walker. But apparently they salvaged it and transported it to that lab. Don't let it deceive you, Snake. It may sound like the boss, but it has neither a personality nor a will. Like Emmerich says, it's just a machine.
Talk.
The map has been
Spit it out.
updated.
Where are the others?
Let's jump there. Absolutely no sense. Yeah, I've seen that mine. Figure that.
Помоги мне! Но почему?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Please select a deployment point. Buddy has infiltrated our... The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Okay, subject is in.
Marker placed. Caution, sandstorm approaching. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. The map has been updated. Please select a deployment point. Please select a deployment point.
Cover real quick.
Weather will clear shortly.
Give me something to drink. But this thing's not clear. map.
You have arrived at your destination.
The target's probably already outside the original predicted FOM. You'll have to look for him yourself. Try interrogating some of the soldiers. They may know something.
You know, I thought I didn't have that one too, right towards the end. Supposed to get down to the storm.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Doubt I'll get any of them along. Aside from maybe that guy.
Analysis complete.
Get him along.
Speak.
The map has been
Where are your
updated.
Spit it out.
Good thing I moved out of there when I did. I did not notice that guy getting closer and closer. Damn it, now he's getting brain matter on my good sleep. Dump his body back here. That's fine. Well, he does have a radio on his back. Hopefully they can clean up the fucking trench.
Marker
He's
placed.
got to be there. He's over there. I don't know. No, specialists.
You called that thing Sahelanthropus. Where does the name come from?
Well, several years ago, an excavation team discovered a hominid skull in the Sahel region.
Central Africa, the Southern Sahara.
Cypher gave the specimen the name Sahelanthropus, man of Sahel. And then they covered the whole thing up.
Why?
They probably wanted to monopolize information about human evolution to have a head start in their genetic research. At least, until they had an idea of what they'd found.
It was that big of a discovery, huh?
Sahelanthropus was a gracile hominid, estimated to have lived about 7 million years ago. What's significant about it is how its skull's foramen magnum faces down. In other words, its spinal column supported its head from underneath.
It stood upright.
Right. Which would mean Sahelanthropus walked upright 3 million years before Australopithecus, making it the world's oldest human species.
Walking upright. I get it. Hence the name Sahelanthropus for your machine.
Walking upright was the decisive difference between our ancestors and other anthropoids. Our brains could get heavier once they were supported by the spinal column. That led to the use of tools and the development of complex communication through language. Only man is capable of this. My creation will be the progenitor of all bipedal weapon platforms.
And you did this for Cypher?
No, not at all. Sahelanthropus is the best proof that I never betrayed you guys.
What do you mean?
The reconstructed Sahelanthropus skull looked exactly like the skull we used as our logo 9 years ago in the Caribbean.
An army without a nation. Outside the world order.
The design was based on Pangaea, the supercontinent that existed 250 million years ago, right?
Yeah. When the world was a single landmass. That concept's at the source of our strength.
I felt the same way about Sahelanthropus. Sure, I was forced to build it under their orders, but I always wanted to put its technology back in our hands someday. That's the reason I incorporated the old insignia into Sahelanthropus's name. Don't you see? That's how much I was thinking about you guys.
Oh, I see, all right. I see someone desperate to cover his ass. You can say whatever you want after the fact. But that skull also symbolizes somebody else. Skullface.
Snake, you finally came. Just don't record this, okay?
I'm not recording anything. What's this about?
What I'm about to say stays between you and me. It's about the weapon to surpass Metal Gear. You know a researcher by the name of Clark? He works in the biotech industry, real advanced stuff. His area is bioengineering, but lately he's also gotten into genetic research.
Never heard of him.
Well then, what do you know about cloning?
I think I've heard enough.
Hold on, this is important. Cloning lets you create a genetic copy of an organism. You take the nucleus of one of its cells, and you swap it with the nucleus of an unfertilized egg from another member of the same species. They started out working with plants, but since then they've had success with other organisms, including mammals. It's a hot area for a lot of places right now. Corporations, universities, research groups. There's no shortage of scientists out to get famous and patent their work, with morality taking a back seat.
Isn't that a little outside your field?
It's got nothing to do with my research. But I thought it might be of interest to you. Cloning, and Dr. Clark, I mean.
Go on.
Now, this is really highly classified stuff. But I've heard that an American biotech company has successfully cloned a human being. What's more, it happened over 10 years ago. And the researcher behind it was Dr. Clark. You've really never heard of him?
I don't meet many doctors.
This Dr. Clark is a complete ghost, even to others in his field. His age, where he comes from, that might not be his real name. And I can't even say for sure he's a he. Clark's employer, ATGC, its company motto is embracing your hopes, preserving talent.
What does this have to do with me?
Cypher. Dr. Clark works for ATGC, and they have connections to DARPA. Cypher couldn't function without the communications network DARPA's built, meaning Cypher has to be a part of the Pentagon, or at least the two are joined at the hip. DARPA is a driving force behind human cloning. It's a pretty high priority project for them. And this Dr. Clark, some say he's a pivotal player in Cypher. But that's not all. Every cell nucleus in an organism contains the genetic information for that organism. Think of it as a blueprint for life. Clark appears to be working on how to decode this information and rearrange it at will. If you could do that, it would mean being able to custom design human beings for specific purposes. Can you believe that? Suppose for a moment that this is all fact. A man of your talents, if your genetic information died with you, that would be a terrible loss for mankind. But what if mankind could preserve you for future generations by cloning you?
All right, enough. I get the idea.
Look, I know it's inductive reasoning, but this weapon to surpass Metal Gear they're developing in Africa, I believe it's something that uses this new technology. Speaking as a fellow scientist, it chills me to the bone.
That's rich coming from you.
Analysis complete.
If genes serve as our blueprint, then I wonder if they include an impulse that drives us to tweak the design. Can you imagine that? Genes encoded with information that wants its children to decode it. Is life itself putting the direction of our next evolution in the hands of scientists? I guess it would take some real arrogance to believe that. And yet, it could be what Cypher's after.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree. But that was an interesting story. It'd make a good movie.
You have to believe me.
Where'd you hear all this anyway?
Where? I just overheard it in bits and pieces while I was forced to do that research for them.
Right.
Wait a minute. Look, I want to help you. I want to be of service here. And I'm risking my life with this.
Is that so? Maybe it's time we brought someone else into the conversation.
No, not him. Not Ocelot. You can't do this.
Hear that, boss? Quarantining the target is convenient for us, but if worst comes to worst, they might kill him. You better hurry. Boss, got an emergency report from the intel team. Someone has taken over the observation post north of Lamar Khatte Palace, and a vehicle has just left the post, headed for the palace. Watch yourself. This could be connected to the target.
The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
That was bullshit. Oh well. It's okay. Yeah, I should be fairly close to here.
Boss, the target has already reached the objective area. You can check the target's location on your iDroid.
Analysis complete. Sun will rise momentarily. Please select a deployment point. Buddy has infiltrated and the map has been updated.
Dr. Clark works for ATGC. You have to... Where?
Right.
I want to be of service here. I'm risking my life with this.
Is that so? Maybe it's time we brought someone else into the conversation.
No, not him. Not Ocelot. You can't do this.
Штаб, это КП. Объект прибыл в дворец. Жду указаний. Прием.
The map has been updated.
Hear that, boss? Quarantining the target is convenient for us. But if worst comes to worst, they might kill him. You better hurry. Boss, got an emergency report from the intel team. Someone has taken over the observation post north of Lamar Khatay Palace, and a vehicle has just left the post, headed for the palace. Watch yourself. This could be connected to the target.
Эй, смотри!
Roll away. Shit. That's down there.
Чего? Какого? Забри!
Analysis complete.
Это твоя честь. Пленник найден и безгрешен. Ждем указаний. Прием! Это КП, понял. Оставайтесь на месте и ожидайте следующих приказов. Конец связи. Это твоя честь. Все еще ожидаем ответ по пленнику. Можете сказать, когда мы получим ответ? Прием. 06, это КП. Мы бросим вас. Ждите. Конец связи.
Analysis complete.
Не шевелись!
06, это КП. Есть решение по пленнику. Избавьтесь от него по протоколу. Повторяю, избавьтесь от пленника. Прием.
What the hell is this?
Ответьте 06.
Help me!
У нас проблема. Тревога по всем постам.
Эй, ты в порядке?
That's the target. Looks like we found him. Subject is in. Target extracted. Exfiltrate the hot zone, boss.
Has been updated. The map has been updated. Clouds approaching. Exfiltrated.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Hell yeah, that's how we do it.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete. Great work.
Don't fucking smoke grenades and shit, though. Hey, it worked. Vampire platypus. Goblin squirrel. Rapid buzzard, that was not. Frigid wallaby. Charging bear, getting rid of his ass. Punching rhino, cool. Copper crow. Growling hippo, gotta go.
Emmerich's finished development on that battle gear of his. Get back to Mother Base. battle gear is an armored weapon developed to take on hostile bipedal weapon systems. But unlike the Soviet-funded Walker gear, the battle gear still hasn't been properly field tested. I'd like to assign a combat unit to take it on dispatch missions, so that we can evaluate its capabilities and reliability. Assuming you've got no objections, give the order to dispatch the unit from your iDroid.
Apparently, in the early stages of development, they use this as another vehicle or buddy or whatever. But I guess according to time and other things and balance, they wouldn't have been working. Would have been great to see this game fully completed, though.
Boss, we need evidence to prove our suspicions about Emmerich. Head to the central base camp in Afghanistan and recover that AI pod. It's time we purge Diamond Dogs of that traitorous parasite once and for all.
Marker removed. Please select a landing zone. Landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
Welcome back, boss.
Please select a landing zone.
Roger. Dispatching chopper.
Boss. Thank you.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Opening door.
Alright, everyone, sorry about that delay there.
We need evidence to
Had
prove our
got a phone
suspicions
call
about
as soon
Emmerich.
as I
Head to the
come
central
back.
base camp in Afghanistan and recover that AI pod. It's time we purge Diamond Dogs of that traitorous parasite once and for all.
Yeah, let's check out the combat deployment with this new battle gear.
Please select a mission.
Send the pipeline.
Caution, rain approaching.
Particular losses half. Shit. No, that was a lot better. Still a lot. I don't know how to make sure I send the battle gear with them, but I'm sure to go.
Unit dispatched.
See what everybody cooking here.
Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Development project has been added.
Bastard Bison. I like that one. Sly Rap Group, that one's cool. Pounds and Gecko, that one's funny. I like it. Doomagama, what up? Agama. Flaming Hot Magma. Sorry. Alright.
Please select a mission.
Is it a side up they want me to do there? And of course it's a side up. Shit.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan.
Send another guy in instead
Prepare
of
for
big boss
sortie.
for this. Mosquito. Master Bison. Master Bison will get down to shine. Let's get you kitted out. focus down stuff now. That's what I thought. Really, look, take it down, I don't think we'll be hovering up there too long.
Be careful down there, boss. The side-off objective is around there.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Clouds approaching. Please support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Roger that, Snake. squad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is C-Squad. On station at LZ. Opening door. Gaining altitude.
Please select a landing zone. Mission not accepted. Please select a landing zone. Prepare for SOAR deployment.
Get in.
should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis
That's the target.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Marker removed. Marker placed. Analysis complete.
Это Зоя-2. Потерял визуальный контакт. Перемещаюсь к последней известной позиции. Прием! Это КП. Понял. Проверьте, но осторожно. Конец связи.
Please select a strike point. Strike requested. Support fire incoming. Strike will commence shortly. Please select a strike point. Strike requested. Support fire incoming. Strike will commence shortly. Analysis complete. landing zone. A support helicopter requested.
Roger. Dispatching chopper.
Development project has been added. Please select a mission. Clouds approaching. Prepare for sortie.
Dr. Clark works for AT, and this Dr. Clark works for ATGC, and they have connections to DARPA. Cypher couldn't function without the communications network DARPA's built. Meaning, Cypher has to be a part of the Pentagon. Or at least, the two are joined at the hip. DARPA is a driving and
Is that so? Maybe it's time we brought someone else into the conversation.
No, not him, not Ocelot. You can't do this.
Boss, I have the report on that cargo we stole from Cypher's truck. The PF was transporting two things. The analysis of that malachite has come back first. Naturally, the main compound is copper. There's also a small amount of cobalt. Nothing unusual so far. Southern Zaire is a well-known copper belt. However, in addition to these, we also detected a trace amount of uranium. The content percentage, though, is too low for nuclear development. It most likely came from Shinkalobwe mine. That's where the uranium in that area comes from. The mine's closed, as all the high-purity uranium ore dried up a long time ago, but you could probably still find it there in small quantities. That said, there are plenty of other uranium mines that are in operation, like in Niger, Namibia, South Africa. Why go to an abandoned mine to scrape up whatever's left and ship it out in mass quantities without refining it? They were transporting that yellow cake, too, which would suggest they have the technology to refine uranium. Anyway, that about sums it up. Unfortunately, the analysis of that yellow cake is taking a little longer. I'll let you know when it's done.
Dr. Clark.
Boss, sorry to keep you waiting. We finally finished analyzing that yellow cake Cypher was moving. There was nothing unusual about the composition of the yellow cake itself. Most of it was oxidized uranium, with the rest being impurities, various metals, as well as traces of organic matter. What's interesting is the composition of these impurities. When we checked them against the impurities found in the copper ore, it was clear the yellow cake didn't come from Shinkalobwe, meaning they went to the trouble of mining two sources of uranium, then transported them together in different states. Another thing, we detected a very thin layer of highly enriched uranium in the middle of the yellow cake. Now that is very interesting. It may not be a lot, but it points to the existence of uranium-enriching technology. After all, yellow cake can't naturally produce highly enriched uranium. If they could mass produce this, they'd be just one step away from a gun barrel type nuclear bomb. But uranium enrichment requires advanced technology and a large-scale facility. If that kind of place existed in Zaire, the Soviet Union wouldn't sit idly by. And there's another question. Where were they transporting the yellow cake and malachite uranium? The first place that comes to mind is South Africa. The government was supposed to have abandoned nuclear weapons development after caving to international pressure. But rumors persist that it's continued in secret. Plus, CRS were escorting the truck, and they're based out of South Africa. And then South Africa does have an abandoned test site. If Cypher's involved with nuclear development in South Africa, but how would that fit with their weapon to surpass?
The side-op objective is around there.
More information.
Shinkalobwe. There's a name I haven't heard in a while.
The U.S. bought a lot of uranium from Shinkalobwe mine during World War II for the Manhattan Project. They even sent a squad from the Army Corps of Engineers to reopen the mine after it was flooded. That's how good its uranium must have been. With that, the world's first nuclear test was a success. Shinkalobwe uranium might have been used in the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombs, too. Just hearing its name is like seeing all the phantoms of the war rise up to haunt us. But all the uranium's dried up, and the mine's been closed for years.
So someone reopened it.
Right. Zero-risk security seized control of the area and were forcing locals to work in it. And the Zairean government was getting a slice of what they took in exchange for looking the other way. Mobutu has to finance his taste somehow. He'll gladly sell the rights to some old mine. The question is, why would zero-risk security do this kind of thing?
Or rather, why were their employers, Cypher, interested in an abandoned mine? They'd be getting trace amounts of uranium, yet to the naked eye it appears to be ordinary malachite, meaning security would be lax. Not a very efficient way of obtaining it, but easier to move.
But how would they enrich it at its destination?
Did the yellow cake really have a layer of highly enriched uranium in it?
Having trouble believing it?
No. If they say it's real, then it's real. In which case, they might have some enrichment method that we don't know about.
And this was to test it out?
It's possible. And that would mean it's almost complete.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Clouds approaching. Sun will set shortly. Analysis complete.
Ever since the attack on your unit 9 years ago, the name Big Boss has become known the world over.
What do you mean?
Those of your men who survived traveled far and wide. They fought throughout the world. In fact, they're part of the reason we have all these PFs now. Every one of them suffered their own phantom pain from losing you. Talking about you wherever they went helped to heal their wounds. Your actions and words, your legend, has been told on every battlefield they've set foot on. Obviously, as the tales have spread, the truth's been distorted, painted over. Big Boss sacrificed himself to show us the threat that Cypher poses. He sounded a warning, so it goes.
A warning?
Too much power destroys the hands that hold it. Apparently, you chose to be a living example of that.
I never said any of that.
The moment any truth is passed on, it starts turning into fiction. The problem is, fiction inspires people more than facts. To the world, you're now the legendary mercenary Big Boss. The lessons you've taught the PFs are the reason they're so widespread. They're the reason they've survived. And you know what they all aspire to? To one day go nuclear, just like you did, and stand up to Cypher.
Of all the stupid things you could do.
They'll never understand what you really wanted. Heroes are misunderstood. It takes a man of the same caliber to understand what drives them. Bottom line is, these guys want to be like their hero, Big Boss. And deep down, they all have their eyes on nuclear weapons. They say that a nuke is the only means of standing against Cypher. But these days, it's becoming little more than a slogan to rally the troops and survive in a cutthroat business.
Currently, there are 3 major PFs who've expanded into Central Africa. CFA, Rogue Coyote, and Zero Risk Security. HEC's investigations have shown there's almost no overlap between their areas of operation. It's not so much a turf war, more like they have a gentleman's agreement. If you do cross paths with them, you probably won't have to face more than one at a time. Still, don't expect a walk in the park. Taking out the power system now will limit the enemy's activities at night.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
скрежет. Тот ученый сказал, что не боится заявления Рейгана.
И о той программе «Звездные войны»?
Программа СОЙ. Она предполагает возможность сбивать ядерные ракеты.
А почему он не боится?
Он сказал, что нельзя будет сбить ракету, которую не видно на радаре.
Ракета, которую не видно на радаре. Это возможно?
Смотри на меня. Он сказал, что на родине разрабатывают это больше 20 лет.
Analysis complete.
Что хочет нанести удар?
Конечно же нет. Если только наш
Analysis complete.
I may no longer be able to nurture you, but I still have a family. Life's end. Isn't it beautiful? It's almost tragic. I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. I've been waiting, Snake, for a long time. Waiting for your birth, your growth, and the finality of today. Jack. There is nothing left inside me now. Nothing at all. No hatred. Not even regret. And yet sometimes at night, I can still feel the pain creeping up inside me, slithering through my body like a snake. The world must be made whole again. The philosophers must be reunited. I will devote my skills to that purpose. And with the Colonel's money, I will achieve it. Just as I once created the codes.
Pilot completed.
All right. Side up complete.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Caution. Sandstorm approaching. Clouds approaching.
Some of it. All I have to do the whole time.
Analysis complete.
Almost. I had to try and get him.
Потерял противника. Ищу последней точки соприкосновения. Прием. КП, понял. Проверьте, но осторожно. Конец связи.
Please select a life support helicopter requested.
Roger. Dispatching chopper.
The CFA, Contract Forces of Africa. These guys are a major player. Their head office is in Pretoria, South Africa. That's also where the South African Defense Force is headquartered. We think the two are closely connected. An HEC investigation revealed that most of the CFA's operators are former SADF soldiers. South Africa has been locked in struggles with neighboring regimes for years. That means constant action. And we know better than anyone that's the best kind of training. A company drawing its recruits from hardened military vets. You can bet they know how to handle themselves. Do not underestimate them. Within the CFA is a company of soldiers made up mainly of locally hired operators. They speak Afrikaans to communicate with personnel from the CFA. But if you notice any speaking the local language, that's them. Though hired from the local population, they were originally part of a paramilitary group. so they'll have plenty of combat experience. And unlike their days shooting junkyard rifles out of beat-up pickup trucks, the CFA now supplies them with the latest gear from the West. On top of that, they've been combat trained by the South African Army. All that adds up to a much stronger fighting force. So don't brush them off. Look at the Angola-Zaire border region.
Alright everyone, that's going to be it for the stream this evening. I want to say thank you everyone for tuning in. I very much appreciate it. If I don't stream tomorrow, then I'll stream Friday. If I stream tomorrow, I'll do some Damon X Machina or more Metal Gear Solid 5. Friday, I'll be doing some more Borderlands 4, continue my co-op playthrough with my brother Adam. But again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. It's very much appreciated. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, whatever time you're watching this. And remember, Jesus loves you. Catch you next time.